3 minutes.
Good morning. My name is Jill Booth. I live in Homer Township. I was a volunteer at the December 7th Proposition 3 state recount that was held in Homer Township. I just wanted to go through a timeline again. December 5th was the recount for county commissioner. December 6th was a meeting here where we got to hear why a FOIA request for cast vote records was encouraged to be denied. December 7th was the state recount. At the December 6th meeting, we were told the gold standard is the ballots. Well, the next day, we could not recount the ballots from Larkin, precincts 1 and 2, and Jerome, precinct 1. I spoke to Commissioner Snyder. She asked me to write up an account, which I did. I sent a request, public request to Amaneri to understand what was going to happen and follow up that. I've not heard back in writing. What I'm asking today is that I get a response in writing, please, on what the condition of those ballots are. And also maybe propose that we do a recount. We just go and do a recount. Get some public participation and open it up and do the gold standard. Those ballots could not be recounted because the state determined they were unapproved and unsecured. That's what I was told. So anyway, to restore public confidence, I think something else needs to be happening. And if there's any way I can help and be of service and volunteer in this effort, I'm glad to do it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Joe.
Is there any other public comment today?
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Renita Bonadies, Homer Township. I was glad to hear 2 weeks ago that you were to be given Freedom of Information Act FOIA training. I hope that was very helpful to all of you. My question is, are you going to go back and review those things which have been denied under FOIA requests and fulfill them according to FOIA law? Will you go back and have the county lawyer and FOIA coordinator complete the FOIA request that I made, which was never completely fulfilled? When I mentioned that I still did not receive everything I requested during public comment, it was simply ignored. Are your violations of the Open Meeting Act that I referenced at the last meeting going to be addressed? Are we, the members of this community that elected you as public servants, to expect you to follow the laws in the state of Michigan? And if you do not, what recourse do we have? The sheriff has made it very clear that we can take you to court for a civil case for these repeated violations of FOIA and Open Meeting Act violations. Your own governing rule, number 25, states the board will comply with all aspects of the Open Meetings Act and the Freedom of Information Act. My question is, why should we as members of this community be expected to take you to court to get you to follow the law when you are our public servants and took an oath? Is it because you believe you are above the law and that we can only make you follow the laws by taking you to court? These are all very concerning issues for me and others in this community. Even when it's pointed out that there are criminal violations in the election process, those too were just passed over by this board. Where is your limit to what you will do or not do based on the laws? One of these elected public servants told me I was not telling the truth when I made a statement after a meeting a few weeks ago. Twice she said I was not telling the truth. She had no evidence that refuted my statement. But we have produced evidence multiple times for our claims over the past 6 months. But that evidence is ignored by this body. This is certainly something that will need to be considered at the next election. Are the public servants we are elected willing to follow the laws and the Constitution, or do they find themselves above it and require us to spend time, money, and energy to get them to follow the laws of our state? Thank you.
Thank you.